Hey, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Let me tell you, I am feeling so elated. I am feeling so great. I'm working on the road in particular today. Well, you know, the nature of my job, I'm on the road in the office all over. I'm a worker. So I'm working on the road and I was talking with a gentleman and he paid me one of the most, fantastic, resplendent compliments, that any woman would want to hear. By and large, when I say any, I don't mean every single woman. I'm talking, I'm sure most women, and I'm sure you'll agree with me when you hear this. And so I'm talking to him, and based on the parish that I'm working in, he said to me, "You look like that lady. What's her name again?" And when he called a particular constituents, I said, "Oh, you're talking Lisa Hanna." "Yes." I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Whoa, wow." I felt so great. I felt good. Listen to me, people. Me no want you to come tell me about me no pretty as. Me no business about that. Me feel good. Said the man looked at me and said to me that I resemble her. I felt good. And listen, me no ugly. Not so ugly. Me know me not as pretty as her, but still, me can look pan and me look nice and me look pretty. You understand? Of course she's more beautiful, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Those things don't trouble me. My self-esteem is not no. I know how I look and I know and accept my beauty. It fits me. You understand what I'm saying? But it was a compliment. I'm sure any woman who understands beauty would feel good if somebody says, "Boy, you resemble Lisa Hanna." I remember one day I was going somewhere and the woman was convinced that I was Elaine, the singer I'm talking, who is one of the judges on Rising Star. And is Rising Stars? Yeah. Did you say Rising Stars? The lady thought I was lying. I said, no, I'm not her. Thank you for the compliment, though. And she didn't believe me. She didn't. She thought I was lying. I said, because she's looking and giving me the way how she's looking and staring me down, thinking I'm just trying to be cute or trying to be, humble or whatever it is when I say it. I said, no, it's the real. I'm not her. I'm not her. And I know she isn't lying because there are many places that I've gone and people have said it to me. But oh my God, what a complimented day. So you see how it is good to compliment people. I was listening on a live and I heard a young girl saying, she's generally positive, as a fairly young woman, she's training herself. She's being intentional. I've never seen her as one of the vulgar ones on the platforms, and funny enough, the ones who you may consider vulgar, lewd and crude, they seem to respect her. Even when she chides them when they're doing things that she considers not good, and she said something that, sometimes we can pay compliments, sometimes we can say, to people, I realize, TikTok has promulgated its toxicity, and we always hear, sort of do to others as they do to you. No, in a negative sense. So if you do bad to me, I'm going to do bad to you, and you have all right to. They promulgate that kind of a message. You don't, rarely or seldom do you hear people say, pay compliments to people. Tell them that, you can't live without them. They're not God, but you know what I'm saying. Because of how good they are to you, you would not want to be in this world without them for the time that you have. You'd want to know that they're in your corner and you're in theirs. Nothing is wrong with that. And when she said that, I felt it. It is as though she spoke life. And I really, really appreciated hearing this fairly young woman saying this, that sometimes you can tell our friends and our family members, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're so sweet, you're wonderful. I'm so glad that God placed you in my life. We don't always have to be so raucous and, cussy and negative. We can actually pay compliments. I went somewhere else. I was moving from, zone to zone. Let's just put it, you're in a parish, but you're in different zones and so on, locations. And I was talking with a lady and so on. And she said to me, you're a beautiful woman. And I said, thank you so much, and she just moved on. She said, you really look nice. And I said, thank you. We can just pay people compliments like that. We don't always have to be negative. We can say to somebody, you know, you look beautiful, you look wonderful, you're just amazing. God, it's something. And I've often, not often, maybe seldom do I post this thing about affectionate love. Hugs, kisses, positive reinforcements reduces aggression in any human being. It doesn't matter who the human being is. Even if they're like a chihuahua that is barking and if you consistently show that chihuahua affectionate love, you would be surprised how that dog comes right down. Human beings the same. It may take longer for some because of the brokenness of some people. Some people are far gone, and it depends on their emotional intelligence. It depends on their intelligence quotient, meaning their knowledge. It depends on how wise they are, or understanding they are. Sometimes based on the demonic forces, yes, that may be affecting them. All of these things. But you notice the Bible talks about faith. It says without faith it is impossible. So there's no possibility of you pleasing God. It doesn't mean that he will not answer your prayers. It's just that, you know, he may not be feeling good when you don't have faith, when you don't trust him and believe in him and know that he will do something. But yet it says, and without hope you don't get to faith, because you have to have that hope first. So hope is significant. It is like the foundation of the faith. But among the three of them, it says love is the greatest. It covers a multitude of sin. Have you ever noticed, even among, you know, amidst our biases and prejudices and what else should I say? You know, just the whole biases and so on. And we tend to, when we love somebody, you will have two people. You don't like one, you like the other. And both will do something bad. In fact, the one that you love has done something even worse than the one that you don't like. But yet you find a way to say, maybe the person wasn't feeling well. Maybe they were just not in the right frame of mind. You find excuses, you know, to sort of solidify why the person that you love did what they did, even though it may be heinous, it may be vitriolic, it may be really, really, really bad. The one who you don't like may do something that's not so bad. And let me tell you, you would think that the person unalive a million people based on how you speak. You would think that they unalive a million people. So we can pay some compliments. We can pay some compliments. We can be positive sometimes. People, we're living dark, decadent times. Times are difficult. Times are hard, and you just don't want the hardness to just keep going and going and going. We just need to buffer the hardness. We need to say, all right, you know what? I'm just going to do good. You don't have to have a reason. I'm just going to do good. You see somebody beautiful, it comes to your mind and you want to say it. I know we live in a world where people are too like homophobic and ridiculous. Like you can't even say, especially for men, you know, Jamaican men, because, and I can understand still, you know, it is unusual. It's going to be uncomfortable. You know, man can't even look at another guy in a wholesome way, you know, not in any sexual way I'm talking, and say, why, my friend, you're handsome to them and you're sharp like razor. They can't do it because everything is dubbed as alphabet. Women, it's easier for women to say because it has been a practice over the years, but even some women are afraid, you know, and it has nothing, it is non-sexual. God made us that way, not to pay compliments to each other. Men to women, women to men, and men to men in a wholesome way, women to women in a wholesome way. Non-sexual way, platonic way. You know what I mean? You can do it. I mean, it reduces a lot of the things. It reduces the alphabet thing that you're so, you know, scared of. But pay some compliment today. Say something good to somebody. It is, you wouldn't know what you would do. One lady had looked at a woman and said, "You look so beautiful." And then she said to the woman, "Thank you. You would not know what you have done for me. You actually spared my life. I actually was going to unalive myself." That's what the woman had said. She couldn't believe it. She was going to, and when the woman told her that, it was a preventative measure. So let us not be so dowdy and negative. Just break the negativity for a moment and pay somebody a compliment. I got one. I felt good. Lisa Hanna. Even Elaine is a beautiful woman. I think these women are more beautiful than I am. And just for somebody to tell me that I look like them. Yeah, of course. Guys, yeah. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe.